In 2026, some retirees are getting crushed, and it's happening because of hidden home costs that are now destroying fixed incomes. Now, I'm going to be blunt here. This may not be what you want to hear, but it's going to be the truth, so give me a thumbs up. Now look, if you're thinking about moving or you're stuck where you live, listen up. Now, you may think you're safe in skipping properties that aren't located in flood zone maps or fixer-upper homes. Yours is in good shape, or you may even want a new construction home. Now, you need to think again about all this stuff, because today I'm going to give you 5 types of homes that you should never, ever, ever buy, even if you're working with somebody who swears that it's perfect. Now, these are the traps that are quietly wiping out retiree nest eggs. And it's happening right now in places all across the United States. This is the video that could literally save you tens of thousands of dollars and even save your retirement peace of mind and retirement saving. Now, number 1 is the new build luxury spec homes in developer-heavy subdivisions with cheap builder shortcuts. You know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and put it in the comments if you've seen this. They're shiny now, but they're cutting corners on materials. They have cheap LVP that scratches, or poor drainage because that house was not properly graded around the house, or even thin drywall or lack of insulation. Now, all of this stuff can lead to expensive repairs just as you hit your mobility or your health issues. Now, a lot of these properties were overbuilt for the market in 2026, and then it started to slow down. And we're seeing this all across the United States, especially in some of the southern states like Florida, Texas. You know, they're hard to resell without major price drops when that inventory starts piling up. Then the warranty expires right when the big ticket items fail. And developers at that point, they've moved on to the next phase, or they moved out of town. You've seen this before, but here's the reality. Retirees, the reality, you wanted low maintenance, but now you bought the wrong property in the wrong place. I see this all the time. I get calls, people say, Jerry, help me out, I gotta get out of here. Look, you don't wanna be stuck babysitting builder defects by buying the wrong property, especially if you're on a fixed budget. You need to demand inspections. You need to know that stuff before you got involved. You need to know the builder track history. You need to know if they're building houses on this side of town and that one's the one you want to run from. Same developer on the other side of town, totally different building crew. You need to buy in that one. That's the stuff that you need to know, which leads us to number 2. The age restricted, or the 55 plus communities with the overly strict rules, or aging demographics or aging property with amenity decay. Now look, 55 plus, a lot of people love it, but the rules sound great until they start banning your grandkids' visits, or you're banning your hobbies or whatever you like to do, or even minor modifications that you need for your accessibility down the road. Now, communities that age out fast, you know, they shut amenities down, or the fees skyrocket because they need to fix the pool or clubhouse or something, and you have fewer working things on the property, or the age of those supporters that are in that community to pay in when that stuff goes, you need to watch this. Because the resale value, when you do need to, or if you need to get out of that community, when buyers want a vibrant spot, they don't want the worn down old ones, you don't want to be in a retirement ghost town. So knowing what to look for and what to stay away from is super important. But beyond the obvious stuff, even the well-run ones, they'll lock you into a lifestyle rigidity that may not match your retirement lifestyle in the beginning as it does towards the end. For instance, you may want to travel. You may not be there in that community all the time. You may be traveling and visiting family, or family visiting you, or you might have a change in health, okay? So you need to read every covenant in the deed restrictions twice, which leads us to number 3. People think that inland or safe properties are great. Like if you're looking at coastal areas, oh, I'll move inland. Or, better than that, these high tax places that are states, they're cities, the infrastructure may be stressed out, or it's overpressed. You know what I'm talking about. So the obvious stuff is the flood zones. Look, you don't have to be in a flood zone. You can pull out a map and see where flood zones are. But the important stuff that we do and we tell our clients is the stuff like this. The low-lying areas, low water, always will go to the lowest point. It always, if it rains, you get a heavy rainstorm, it's going to the lowest point. And it may not be in a flood zone, but you need to know about it. And you also need to know about the grading on that property. So you might also have rising property taxes. It's happening all over the United States, but here's the thing. where I live in Horry County, it's the 5th lowest property taxes in the nation. But some people are getting crushed by their property taxes, yet they do nothing about it. Go ahead and put it in the comments if you are there or you see this kind of stuff. Or how about this? The poor road or the bridge maintenance, or the roads are just falling apart. Or how about this one? Your utilities are now hiked and eating into your tax advantages, whatever you had moved for. So in 2026, the market for insurance is still climbing everywhere in the United States, and it's due to overall risks. I'm not talking about one thing or the other. I'm talking about fires, earthquakes, floods. I mean, if you live in Tornado Alley, guess what? Some spots are seeing reassessments that are spiking bills all of a sudden unexpectedly. And again, if you're on a fixed income in retirement, it's going to affect you. Now, some seniors think, okay, great, I'm going to go away from all those areas. I'm going into a rural area and it's going to be cheap. Watch out, because your healthcare access or your emergency response can become a total nightmare as you age in place. And then you're going to have to move again. So watch out for that resale trap. You know, buyers in the future, I'm talking about, not today, but down the road, you got to think about not today what's happening, but what's going to happen in the future to you. You want to avoid the areas with declining infrastructure. If you live in a city, you might have seen this. Or if you're in a taxed area, you want to look at and verify those tax term trends, or even the local budgets. What's going on there? That's the stuff you need to know for your long-term future, not today. Now, are you getting stressed out by any of this stuff? Is any of this helpful? Okay, let's go to number 4. Number 4 is the HOA or the condo setups. And I'm talking about a lot of communities today. Most communities, new construction, even existing construction is in some type of a HOA, even if it's affordable. But the stable ones, you got to watch out even, because today, if it's got reserve funds that are kind of fragile or creeping in special assessments, this is the stuff that you need to watch out for. Because it looks fine on paper with low monthly dues. But look, if your reserves are underfunded, watch out. Like if you're in a complex, townhouses, for example, and it's all one big roof, or the pool where you live, or the hurricane claim, boom, you know, you're getting $5,000 to $20,000 in special assessments per owner. And I've seen in Florida, somebody told me that they bought into a community, walked into the community, it looked beautiful, everything was great. They dealt with the person that was on site there. They found out later on that the clubhouse and the pools were not owned by the association, all the people in the community. They sold it back to the association after the fact, and everybody got assessed $100,000. Now, look at that. This is the pitfalls you need to look out for, and this is the stuff that my team will show the good, the bad, and the ugly and explain why, because everything's not online. But look, retirees that are on fixed income, they sometimes are getting hammered by this stuff. I just want you to avoid these traps. And many 55 plus or HOA boards, they delay the maintenance until it's a crisis. So knowing which one is the one and which one is not is super important. But look, I said about flood zones. Even non-flood properties get hit with these master insurance premiums that are getting passed on. If something happened, a fire in California, and you're on the East Coast and the insurance company's raising yours and nothing happened to yours, the stuff that you need to do is, when you're buying into one of these communities, is look at the last 3 years of meeting minutes and then that reserve study, or walk away. And I've got other videos here on this channel if you've seen those. Let me know if you have. But here's the blunt truth. If you're buying into some kind of a shared financial bomb that can force you to sell at a loss, especially when you can least afford it, you know, if you're in a situation where you got to sell, this is the stuff you need to watch out for. And this is what we help our clients avoid, those pitfalls that are costly. And then number 5 is the charming, what I call charming or investment flip homes with those hidden accessibility or time bomb features for future mobility, things that you can't do. For instance, the multi-level. Oh, I can make the steps. A narrow hallway or a narrow doorway. Or how about the step-in tubs? I need to replace that and I got to get a step-in tub. Or how about the layout that seems fine today, but it becomes a prison if your health changes in some way. And this is very common in retirement. I see it a lot. We've been doing this for 20 years, so I see the cycle of things. And I'm just sharing this with you. Or the low resale value for seniors because the next buyers, who are also retirees, they see the same problems that are happening, so they avoid that. And even the updated, what I call updated, and sometimes that's a pig with lipstick, the ones, they often skip the true aging in place scenario. I'm talking about like the zero entry. You just come in from the front door and they got wide spaces and smart home basics. That's the stuff to think about. Or the low resale options. Now, you've heard me say this on this channel, and you know, the good is seldom cheap and the cheap is seldom good. Is any of this stuff helpful so far? Okay, put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know you're still watching, because I don't even know if you're still here. But here's what's blunt about this. You may not like what I have to say, but it's going to be the truth. If you buy and you're thinking, well, I'm healthy now, and then the medical reality hits and you're forced into a costly modification or a fire sale move or something else, think ahead when you're doing this. I'm going to tell you, the bottom line is, especially in 2026 and beyond, is don't buy with just your heart or the pretty pictures. Everything's great. Yeah, you're going to live your life today, but think about your future as well. And think about this. The glossy brochures are not always the way it really is in reality. You need to know all of the inside information. And again, that's what we talk about when you meet with our team. Some people, they never meet with our team and they think they know everything, yet they make these mistakes and then they're calling back, and I get that all the time. But the salesperson who actually sits on site in that model home build, they're not working for you. You've heard me say this before. They're working for the builder in the builder's best interest. You ask them a direct question, they'll give you a direct answer, but they're not going to give you all of the answers. You need to know that stuff. So what I'm saying is, buy for the long haul, especially if you're in retirement, because your income is going to be like here, and health and the market realities, keep all that stuff in mind. And if you are buying an old house, or you're buying even a new house, I recommend, we're getting new inspections on new homes, new construction, but we also know which builders to look for and which ones we want to stay away from. The ones that are sometimes in financial situations, we know about that. I had a bank call me up and they said, hey, do you know anything about that? And I said, oh yeah, I know everything about that. They said, you want to stay away? I said, we've been staying away from them for a year. So again, knowing that before you go in is super important. And if you're buying a house, some people buy a for sale by owner and they're talking to the seller. Well, the seller wants to sell. They aren't going to tell you everything. You need to pull all the financials. You need to work with a buyer's agent who actually knows the retirement traps, the retiree traps. And we've been helping people for the last 20 years. We've helped over 2,500 couples, families retire and avoid these disasters. And it's the stuff that I just didn't know, right? Most people don't know because they don't do this every day. They do it a couple times, or they've done it before in their life, but they don't do this like we do it every single day, and we're good at what we do. And that's why if you work with our team, we're going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. You may not want to hear it, and we do tick off some people because we tell the truth, and that's okay. But if you spend time with our team, you're going to know what's average, you're going to know what's way above average, and we're going to show you what to look for. We're also going to show you what to stay away from. And it's the intangibles sometimes, you know, those low-lying areas like I talked about. It's not a one-size-fits-all. So every day, you know, I hear about the people who, the biggest home buying fear that they have, or something that they did. Put yours in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you've ever had a mistake or a problem. Let me know if you've ever had any good success. If you see the negative people here on my channel, go ahead, you can bash them. I'm giving you permission, because this is positive. I'm trying to be helpful. That's why I'm making these videos, to educate the public and to help you, and I sure hope that you're enjoying this stuff. But look, if you want more honest South Carolina real estate truth, or anywhere else, this is the channel for you, and this is what we do every day, and we're good at what we do. So I just want you to stay smart out there, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and if you did subscribe, by the way, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.